Alright guys, this is a 2-inch piece in the chuck here on the Pratt & Whitney Model C lathe. Got to bore the face in the end there for the O-ring. And I know I said it was 2-inch and the other shaft was 1-inch. Well, it was 1 inch and an eighth. So what we got to do is I got to bore 1 5/16 hole. The thickness of the O-ring deep, which is like 0.93, I think I'm going to go like 0.96 deep. So let's see if we can put this feature in here. Seems like a good speed. I gotta take out 100 thousandths. All right. Zero this. $50, $60, $70, $80,000. All right. $22, $21, $21 thousandths maybe. $10. that is. Looks like I'm half a thou under. I'll take that. Half a thou under my number, which is had some clearance in there. And the depth of this joker, $97, perfect. All right. That seems to me very successful. If I do say so. A little chamfer on there. Little micro chamfer. Alright. Pretty happy with that. I know I kind of went slow. I didn't want to dork up my numbers. The top slide, let me see it. The top slide on this Pratt & Whitney, I was using that for my in-feed number. The dial on this thing is not actual movement. It's diameter. So if you wanted to dial in 100 thousandths, you dial in 200 thousandths. It messes with, I don't know why Pratt & Whitney would do that. This should always be direct. The cross slide, of course, is diameter. It's 200 thousandths. And my lathe right behind me, the Colchester 17, the cross slide is radius. So I have to double my number on my Colchester 17. And of course, direct reading on the cross slide is preferred on this one. But to have it on the top slide, compound slide, is kind of weird. Okay, let me break this down and we'll see how our O-ring fits. Alright guys, you're ready to put the cover on. Wiping this off a lacquer thinner, had it all scraped down really well. Cleaned all the bolts, cleaned everything. I got the actual cover just off frame here. A little bit of nastiness. Now, this is kind of a funny deal. You gotta put this on and it's hard to explain. I just gotta show you. I got to put the gears. I got to put these shifter slots on the gears, and then I got to put the cover on. So you got to kind of do it funny. This goes down in the oil. So it's going to want to flop down. I think I got to hold it up. The bottom one's going to flop down naturally, and the bent arm goes down. If this bottom one, it's just that then this key would be on the bottom. Oh, wait a minute. I got the wrong one. So this key, yeah, this is on the bottom. Okay, that makes sense. All right. You know, I'm just triple checking here, making sure everything's gonna. So I'm gonna put this down in the oil, right? It's like. All right, that seems to be engaged on the gear. All right. That's on the gear. No, that top one does go down. Okay. So both of these are on the gear. Their respective gear, I should say. All right. So that's okay. Now, the trick is to get this cover on without dropping everything. Now I got gasket sealer on here. How do I do this? Gasket sealer. Really touched. on, bastard. I'm gonna go up diagonally. Fucker. Alright, got that one in. Alright, got both pins in. Now, why won't that go in? Why did you come out? Why won't you go in? Lost that. Shit. If I got any all thread. Something. Balls. I think I got them both in. Hopefully my gasket sealer is not disturbed. That alignment pin just dropped in. And that alignment pin just dropped in. Alright, now start putting some screws in this pig. Yep. Alright, that works. Making sure it's all on, it's all together. Making sure our gasket sealer doesn't get screwed up. That was my main concern. Is making sure our gasket sealer wasn't screwed up. And I used Hylamar. Hylamar blue, and it's not like silicone. It's more like flange dressing, okay? And got some blue on me. I've used it on the gearbox of the Brown & Sharp 13. The nice thing is it's a flange sealant, but it's non-hardening, and it's like a blue color, and it's kind of, it's hard to describe, but it's the non-hardening assures that I can take this cover apart again without too much chiseling and beating. And all right, so those are snug. We get a hammer. All right, we can tap these in. These are the alignment pins. Okay. Not too much. But it gets everything lined up, okay? Now for the shifters, I need the air hose to blow all the schmook out of there. Alright. Still with me? Alright, that's clean. So now, give you all right. So one O-ring is going to go in there, and one's going to go in there, okay? So this is all back in. That dowel is in. It's a tapered dowel. Tapered dowel is in. And now I'm going to put these in. So Alright. Anyhow, we got an O-ring, petroleum jelly, right? So we get plenty of petroleum jelly on the O-ring. Now this is pure petroleum, it's not grease, it's like a super thick oil. Alright, so we got that lubed up quite well. So I'm going to work this in. You, come on, stay out. Oh, then standard fare, putting it all together. Alright. I didn't want to use Parker lube. I think O-ring, petroleum jelly is just fine. I forget, I think Parker Super O lube is silicone based and regular Parker is petroleum based. Alright, here's the second O-ring. I'm going to lube that up in the Vaseline, petroleum jelly, whatever you want to call it. Put my handle back on, maybe. So, to reiterate, this machine never had these O-rings. Obviously, that's why I'm machining them in. I don't know if this was designed to leak on the ground or back in the 40s. People didn't care. It was on a dirt floor. I mean, I don't know. Alright. That's good. Alright. So for the future, this is what it finally looks like. There's an O-ring between the 2-inch shaft in the case and the 1 1/8" shaft in the 2-inch shaft, right? Alright. Now, the Keeski Weeski in there. Alright. Get you guys back on the pod. Alright, back on the pod. Alright, here's this guy. Key is on the bottom. Sorry if I got my head in the way. Alright, that dude's on. Here's this guy. A little looby-dooby on there. Alright. Oh, stay in there, Key. Alright, both of those are in. Is this all seated? It looks to be seated. We didn't lose any O-rings. So it moves. The bigger O-ring is going to have a little bit more friction. The outer one feels good. Oh, now I can feel it. Feels good. All right, this is together. I'm very happy about this. Tighten all these to make sure. And that should be it. I was dreading getting all these pieces and parts together and not dropping anything in the oil, because there's still oil in this thing. And that's it. So this thing now, God willing, should not leak oil on my floor. All right. 100% done. Awesome. Alright, man. That's all set to go. Kind of show you what we're up against there. See how those two go right down in there. Let me give you some light. There you go. So that was the deal. There's an O-ring on the back one and an O-ring behind the front one. Pretty cool. Alright, well, I am mentally wore out. Put you on the pod again. Alright. So, thanks for following me in my adventure here. It seems on my channel, I fix my machines and work on my machines, but I always end up modifying the machines from what the factory had made. And, you know, so many people, they have a conception that if it was made in a factory, it's got to be good, or it's got to be perfect, or, you know, whatever. And you'd hope so. But a lot of machines were made to a price. You know, there's Chevrolet, and then there's Buick, and then there's Cadillac, or, you know, whatever's in the middle, Oldsmobile, Pontiac. But, you know, my Colchester lathe, this Colchester 17 I talked about and showed you guys a whole bunch of videos. It's kind of made to be a affordable lathe, a Chevrolet lathe, with lots of features. But even though it had features, some of the stuff wasn't designed quite, it wasn't thought out as well as it could have been. Now, this machine being a 1946 Giddings Lewis, I know Monarch used leather packing seals on the shifter handles of their lathes back in that day. Would this have been nice to see leather packing handles on those shafts? Probably, because I think O-rings were invented around 1950. I think O-rings were invented with the advent of the telescopic shock absorbers for aircraft landing gear, and then you know, on down the line. You know, they could have put leather packing in there. I don't know. And the gears splash the oil right on where those shafts come through, where they penetrate the cover. So anyhow, yeah, I brazed them shafts. When I got this machine, those shafts were, a forklift ran into them. Not the handles and the arms. The arms were busted. That's what I should say. The arms. So anyhow, well, I'm rambled enough. Thanks for watching my adventures here in a little engineering and analysis and trying to improve these machines so they're usable. One of these days, I'd like to open my shop up for profit. You know, less and less people are, commercial shops are in the business, so that's an advantage for me. Hopefully, maybe, you know. I thought it'd be a manual only machine shop. I do got a CNC Bridgeport type machine now, the Miltronics, yeah. Anyhow, so we'll see what goes on with that. And I'll bring you guys more videos with all this stuff I do here. So have a great day. This is Doozer's Shop.